Back in the middle of August, when the days were still warm and sunny, the bees were buzzing and everything was growing happily, I got the bright idea of repainting the Adirondack chairs by my fire pit. There are 6 of them, and I thought this would be a great end of the summer project. I could be outside and enjoy the last of the sunny weather while still accomplishing something that really needed to be done. So, in my usual fashion, I jumped up and headed out back to get started. I laid down a big sheet of cardboard to protect the bricks around the fire pit. The last thing I needed is little red spots everywhere.
Why didn't I put my gloves on? Well, that's what the painting sweatshirt is for.
I decided to go with an oil-based barn paint this time, since the acrylic weather protective stain that I used last time did not hold up at all. Either love painting or you hate it. Personally, I love painting. I find something very therapeutic about brushing on the paint and watching the color transform whatever I'm painting into something fresh and new and beautiful. I find the rhythm of the brush strokes soothing and the gliding of the paint over the wood to be peaceful and calming. Painting gives me lots of time to think, and when I'm painting outside, I don't even listen to music or podcasts. I just listen to the birdsong and the melody of the breeze blowing through the leaves. In my usual fashion, I failed to take into account how my headaches would limit the amount of time I could spend painting in one sitting. The max I can do is 1 chair at a time, and that's pushing it for my headache and the strain it puts on my neck. Every time I paint a chair, it puts me down for at least a full day. I also failed to take into account how my busy life and the start of the school year would limit how much free time I would have to spend painting. It has been tough to find the necessary uninterrupted hours. I also failed to take into account how the changing weather would affect my motivation. Nobody wants to go outside and paint when it's cold and wet and rainy. So getting my chairs painted has taken much longer than I expected. As I sit here painting, I'm reminded of how impatient I get with God's timing. I should have had these chairs painted in a week or two, maybe a month at the outside. But here I sit painting away, and I've actually watched the seasons change while painting my 6 chairs. I started painting in the summer, and now it's turning into fall. I usually want God to answer my prayers immediately and change things around to the way I want them right now, and I get frustrated and impatient when I have to pray for something for a long time. Sometimes I get angry because I don't understand why He doesn't just answer right away, or why He doesn't just immediately make whatever change it is that I think needs to happen. I mean, after all, He's all-powerful, right? He can do anything He wants to, right? So what's taking Him so long? I sit here brushing the paint onto the wood of my chairs, and I hear the symphony of the birdsong. I smell the freshness of the crisp fall air. I see the beauty of the painted leaves, and I just think. And I listen, and I wonder. And then quietly, He whispers, and I realize every single moment of every single day, He is creating a masterpiece around me for me to enjoy while I wait for Him to answer. And at the same time, He is listening to every prayer and every plea and every whine and every cry for help, every complaint, every praise, every whispered pleas from every human being on earth, whether they love Him or not. And He is weaving and shaping not only the tapestry of my life, but also the tapestry of the entire world. Who am I to question how long it should take for my small request to be answered, my problem to be solved, or my life to be changed, when I can't even see past this moment or finish painting my chairs in a reasonable amount of time? Like Job, I realize I was talking about things I knew nothing about, things far too wonderful for me. And so I stop fussing and just go on painting and listening for His whispers among the birdsong and breeze through the leaves of the trees.
Well, my chairs are finally painted and it's time to enjoy our fire pit. It's the perfect season for it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you bop that like button to encourage YouTube to share this video with others. I can't wait to read your comments. I'll see you next time. Bye. So ridiculous.